Hello and welcome. This is Brooklyn Dave, and I am here with my good friend Reti.
Hey,
And
buddy.
Reti and I have some exciting stuff to share with you today. As some of you may or may not know, one of our producers and good friend Srikanth Bangalore recently went to the Philippines to play chess with none other than Manny Pacquiao. Who would have
Yeah,
thought it? Isn't that amazing, Johnny?
yeah, it's pretty
I
good.
was I was shocked when he did that.
I gotta
I
edit.
had no idea.
I was able to edit that video, and it was just so cool to like see like where he lives, like what's going on, like the vibe of the
Amazing.
place. I don't know. It was just a really cool video in general to make, and so
Yeah.
I don't know. It was really fun. Just to one that he's really strong. I think I might have met him once before, not realized it, and we had like this
Really?
little yeah.
How
I
would
think
you?
I
How
had
would
a
that happen?
It was at LA Chess Club. I want to ask him if it was. I want to verify it, confirm my story. But yeah, I had like a bump in experience, which what I believe is him. And then when I saw him play, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that I may or may not have played him in
Okay,
like
you sure
many, many,
it
many
wasn't
years ago.
Muhammad Ali?
I'm
Or
pretty
Muhammad
sure.
Ali or something? You're
Uh,
pretty sure of that?
but
Yeah.
then so then we got this experience, and then I saw this video. I was like, man, this is so cool. Like he's super strong. He I don't know. It just really cool to see him in his environment, and I'm a
You
big
know
boxing
that
fan.
I heard just before like Srikanth told me just before he left. He sprung it on us,
Yeah.
and we're talking about evergreen chess business and what kind of content and yada yada. Oh, by the way, I'm flying to the Philippines on Friday. Oh,
Yeah.
really? Friday? Oh, to play Manny Pacquiao chess. Don't say. Where's my ticket? I don't know if you had that reaction, but I did a little bit.
This,
He just flew down there.
but
Was ready to
I
go get
think
my
that
passport.
one of the big takeaways is that we probably will be able to set up an experience where other players like you or myself or other players in the channel will be able to play Manny in the future. We're trying to figure out what if that's possible or what we would do to make that happen. But
We will.
I want to
But
talk to Srikanth about this. I want to get him in
I
on
think we
this.
should. You think we should allow him into the chat?
Yeah, let's bring him into the chat.
Let's see if we can call up the man himself
We
and
got him
ask.
right
Let's
here.
pick his brain a little bit about this.
We got him right here. Hey Srikanth, how are you?
There's the boy. How you doing there, Shri?
I'm so excited to be here. Thank you, Brooklyn Dave.
Excited to be
Thank
here.
you.
I'm excited for you that you went to go and to the Philippines. How did that come about, Shri? How did you work that magic that you wound up in the Philippines playing Manny Pacquiao?
You will not believe it. We guys were doing our own evergreen chess. We were making videos, the friends hanging out. And Master Allen, a very strong Filipino player, he
I played him
has
many times. Yeah. Sorry. Go
he's
ahead.
in our channel. Um, he's very strong. And his friend, who's friends with Manny, reached out to me and said, would you like to play chess with Manny? And I said yes. And things just
Just like
happened.
that? You didn't say, "Oh, well, let me think about it for a minute. Do I want to play chess with Manny Pacquiao?" I'll do that. Okay. Yes. Okay. Go on.
Uh, I I think what happened is uh, I didn't believe it was going to happen, and it's like yes, playing it cool, okay. And then one day I was on a video call with Manny, just like
Hmm.
that, and we had a conversation. He was playing chess. So later on, I realized that Manny Pacquiao plays chess a lot. He's addicted to chess, and he has something like our evergreen going on in his home. So very inspirational on what he's done. Perhaps we'll do Manny Pacquiao model in
Oh, I'm
in
sure if
our
we
play.
can get him, we'll do more with him. I want to play him a game. I'd like to interview him. Maybe you could stick me and Johnny on him and see if we can interview Manny at some point. So,
Oh,
is he a
so
pretty strong player? Is he like what would you think estimate his rating to be American style, FIDE maybe, or is he an
uh,
expert or player? What?
I I don't know yet. And before we answer that question, let's go back to like now I'm on a video call with him, and
Okay,
then we meet again on a video call. Uh,
okay.
and then he says, "Come over to the Philippines. Come over to my home." So I get an invitation from him, and then I just book my flights and fly over. We were supposed to meet in Manila. He has multiple residences, uh, but he had another activity in General Santos. That's his hometown. So we flew to General Santos, and I went to his home, and his home is amazing. We'll see more footage of that. But really, how the whole thing came about is a friend of celebrity, Manny Pacquiao, thought that Manny would like to play us, and we'd like to play them, and we'll benefit each other through a collaboration. So, really, us doing what we were doing is all it took for us to get this opportunity.
That's so cool. So
Yeah,
just
it is pretty cool.
a lot of times when you're doing something like a YouTube channel or art or anything like that, you kind of feel like, well, just throwing a lot of effort into the wind and no one's gonna see it. But it's really nice to see that like those little things do add up over time and they open up different doors you wouldn't expect. And it's simply as like get on a video call and then you could be on a plane the next day, like playing Pacquiao in the Philippines. That's like a really cool thing that's even possible. You know, it makes it more fun that we do this.
Yeah, let's hope your next game isn't Kim Jong Un, but because he might be a chess player too. If you play him, I suggest you do it on Zoom and not in person. So, what kind of guy was Manny? I mean, like, was he was warm and friendly and invited you into his home and opened up his home to you and everything? And is that right?
Yes, 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 yes. All of those things. He's also a very funny guy and has a great sense of humor. I, you know, I went, met him. He welcomed me. He, so you have to see this. When I enter his home is it's like a it's like a flight. It's like an airport, right? It's full of people. It's full of people from different walks of life, and the one thing they have in common is they are chess players or they are pool players. So he's invited them all into his home, and he does this once a week, once every, once a day. I don't know. He's pretty much addicted to playing chess and playing pool, and
Wait, playing
uh,
pool?
yeah,
He plays pool too? Did you play
he
him
plays.
pool?
Oh yes,
Hmm. Okay, we'll talk. That's a separate
That's
story.
another story.
Okay,
it's
that's
a
another
separate
story.
story.
It's
Uh,
a separate story. Okay.
so I went in, and uh, he was playing pool. So I think he plays pool first, then chess later, and then pool and chess, simultaneously, and then later on only chess. So that's his 6 hour session in the from midnight to 6 a.m., something like that.
That's cool.
So he's, I think he
Wait,
boxes during the day.
you said midnight to 6 a.m. He plays at night and sleeps during the day?
Yes, I think he tries
That's
to uh,
interesting.
keep an international schedule. So
Ah, that makes sense.
so
Oh,
that
I
when
see.
he's in US or
Makes sense.
London or anywhere else, his schedule is more suited for that.
That makes sense.
Okay, and now, what were your feelings during the game? How many games did you play him? I mean, did you play him a lot of games?
I played him two pool games and one chess game, and I then had a personal interview with him for half
Well,
an
how long
hour.
were you there? How long were you in the Philippines?
I was
How
in the
long were you
Philippines.
stay?
Well, I was in his home for 6 hours, and I was in the Philippines for 48 hours.
Oh, that was pretty quick. And there you go. Were you a little worried if you win the game? You know, he might get mad or something. I would be a little worried. I'd prefer to play him from here. But I guess he's not that type of guy. I guess he's sport and everything, right? I assume.
Uh, you're talking about me playing chess and whether I was worried what will happen. I'll.
Yeah,
I
you're
didn't
playing
realize.
Manny Pacquiao. He was world champion boxer. I would not want to piss him off. You know.
I want to share this with you. Like I walked in, I shook his hand, and it felt like I was talking to a friend.
Oh, that's so cool.
So there was no like everyone around them. I'm from India, and it looked like I was in my like amongst my people in my home. Was just talking to a friend, and in India, I had a friend. We would go to play pool and later play chess, and it felt like that's what I was doing here. So I was
It felt
back
right
amongst
at
the friends,
home.
right at
He just
home,
made you feel right at
completely.
home.
You know, it took
That's
him
really
like
great. Yeah.
10 seconds, like this. He saw me, shook hands, said, "Yeah, have a seat." And then he was playing somebody. He was playing pool. So what he does is prize fighting. So the pool he plays
We're
prize
aware of
fighting.
that.
No. So if anyone beats him, then they get money. If they beat him,
Beat him at
otherwise,
chess, or if they beat him at prize fighting?
no.
Pool.
In
Oh,
pool,
in pool.
there's
Oh, I'm
money.
sorry.
So like there were Filipino currencies hanging from the top, and if people beat him, then they would get that money. It was
Did you beat him at
really.
pool?
We can't discuss that
We
yet.
will talk about that later.
Ah,
Okay, we'll talk about that
okay.
later about what happened in
All right.
pool. That's for a
Okay.
separate conversation.
Oh,
But the
okay.
whole concept is uh, something absent. Maybe it's present, but I don't see that much. So he somehow equalizes the the playing field so that it's level. Both sides have equal chance of winning, and then the winner gets the bounty. So gets the money. And so we have to figure out how to do that in chess. But I guess he does it
Time odds.
somehow because people are there. Time odds is one option. Peace odds are, uh, and then he also has, his opponents who are stronger than him play blindfold,
Hmm.
and it's really funny. Some people used to play blindfold against him when he was starting out and give him a rook and a queen odds, and now he beats them. It's really amazing how strong he's become over the past few years.
That's crazy.
And another thing I noticed, I watched the video quickly, but it's gonna be new to me. I only watched it one time, and I noticed he was whistling something during the game. He was kind of whistling a theme song or something like that. Uh,
He
did
was whistling something that I thought was a Indian song. So
uh
the Indian song that I thought he was whistling was Raja ko Rani se pyar ho gaya. It's from um, it's from a movie that's a remake of I believe Kramer versus Kramer, and uh, so uh,
wasn't that? That's not what he
huh?
was whistling. Wasn't the
That
song he was whistling?
So that's the song that I now know was lifted by the Bollywood music director, and he added some Hindi lyrics to it, and then that became a Hindi song. That's the first song. I mean, that's the lyrics that I know this tune from. And I was just wondering, like, is Manny Pacquiao a Bollywood fan? Does he like Amir Khan because Amir Khan's a big celebrity in India? And was he singing that?
And
Only much later
what was he
realized,
whistling?
yeah, you know it. And
I know it.
when I just mentioned what it was, you did such a good rendition. I would like you to do it, please.
I'm not a good whistler.
I know what
Da
you're
da
whistling.
da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. I think the entire audience knows what that is, Shri. Except for maybe some of our Indian audience,
I
perhaps.
have,
But I bet you most of them know too. Shri is such a busy man. He's been so caught up in business that sometimes he doesn't take time to smell the coffee and watch great movies, like an Al Pacino movie. If it's Brooklyn Dave, obviously I like an Al Pacino movie, and it was an Al Pacino movie. So anyway, he starts whistling this during the game, and maybe he was distracting you. Maybe he was thinking, oh, and obviously it did. You were thinking, how does he know this Bollywood song?
yeah,
And actually,
I think that
it's
was
not a
clearly what
Bollywood
was
song.
going on. And then later he added some Filipino lyrics to it, I believe. It was like pang 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 pang. I think he was saying pang pang. And I then Googled what pang pang means, and it means more, more, more. Like give me more or
Mm.
something.
Ah,
So
he's
Were
trying to get
you
more.
were you
Yeah, he's
giving him
slamming the
pieces?
pieces. Yeah, he wants more. He wanted some
Hanging
play.
pieces?
No, they're just trying to get play. That game was like water from a stone. A lot of it. There was a good edge, and then can we talk about the game? Can we pull that game
Yeah,
up?
I think we can talk about the game. We actually happen to have the game handy, I believe. We have the PGNs. Isn't it so, Johnny?
Yeah, I got it right
I
here.
think I think I think we actually have the game.
Yeah,
Uh,
yep.
we're going to be looking at the game, Shri. You don't mind a little critique by Brooklyn Dave on your game, do you?
good luck. I think I'll be able to defend myself.
Uh,
I played a very good
because we're
game,
not
and
in
so
person. Yeah. You feel like you played a pretty good game?
He did play a good
Okay.
game. So here,
I'm Brooklyn Dave. This is my character, okay? I'm not supposed to be just raving about his great game, but I will rave and say how really great it's been being a friend of yours all these years. And Srikanth and I started off our friendship 20 years ago, studying chess together and playing chess, and it's come to this. It's come to where he's going to play Manny Pacquiao, and it's been a nice journey. And Evergreen Chess is really, we're keeping it green by different types of content, and we have some other ideas which we won't give them all away right now. I actually wanted to get into your game a little bit, so I'm going to switch out of my sunglasses Brooklyn Dave and put my glasses on to look at the game. Are we going to get a look at that chessboard?
yeah, you gotta share. Yeah, it's already up. It's already here.
Okay, so I'm going to start moving slowly through the game, and
Yeah. You
so
can't
what
see.
color were you there,
He was
Shri?
white. He's playing white.
Yeah. Okay. So you open D4.
You can't say
Okay.
anything bad about that. It's a book move.
So far, he's playing like a grandmaster.
Thank you.
Absolutely playing. Knight F6. Knight F3. Very quiet. It's not a Brooklyn Dave style. Okay. D5. E3.
All right.
Book move.
Okay, let's pause here.
Sure.
Okay.
So,
It's a Slav.
what I want to share is I wished he had not played Bishop F5. So, had
Why
he
is that?
played something different, then I would have had a kingside attack. Um,
Yeah, he kind of
so
played like
the
a
So explain
London.
it.
He played like a London for black, basically.
Walk us through it. Well, if he played something different,
Like what?
you would have
Like, if he
manifested.
had played E6, let's say.
yeah, then I would play Bishop D3, and ultimately my hope is to play E4 and E5, and that leads to no, not him, just
Oh.
me, my moves.
Okay, so
You know, if
then,
I can
but
get
then what
away
did,
Three
what
with,
did he do?
castles.
So then, yeah, I would say bishop here, E4.
No, he would probably you'd castle first, Shri. Where you play.
yeah, yeah,
You're not ready for you. Yeah.
yeah. No,
And let's
ultimately,
say he
I'll go
castles. Okay.
E5. Okay, knight BD2, then let's
C5,
say plus E6.
C6.
Okay, C5,
This is what I'd play. I'm like, let's go.
C5, then B3, pawn B3,
You're going to
and he'll.
fianchetto your black bishop. Yeah. Let's pause it here for a minute. Let me make a comment here, a Brooklyn Dave observation. So as we
Mhm.
could see, Srikanth, what he's talking about, why would he get a kingside attack in this variation and not in the bishop f5 variation, is because you see the bishop is heading right now towards h7. Uh, so there might be a Greek gift manifested at some point. And Srikanth is going to then fianchetto black bishop. And so yeah, if we could see what that looks like,
Yeah.
we could cheat and give him extra moves. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
ba, ba.
And yeah, ba, ba, ba. And as you could see now, right here, pretty soon Srikanth is going to be, aiming at the king, and that's what you were hoping for. Is that what you're saying, Shri? You wanted to
Was
do
hoping
some Davitations.
yeah, I wanted to just go in and destroy, but
Wipe them out.
everything got
Note the great
stopped.
thing.
It never
Everything got
That's
happens.
not
It
what
stopped.
never
happened.
happens when you play like that. I feel like when you play
Things just don't
relaxed,
work out.
it always it comes out more aggressive. When you try to be aggressive, it usually comes out more relaxed. That's
I
what
wouldn't expect Manny Pacquiao to be super. I would expect him to be aggressive, hence Bishop F5 and all that stuff, and counter-attacking
When you
rather than
ask
just,
Manny, he likes to be a defensive and a
counter
counter-attacking
puncher.
player,
Yeah, that's a good.
counter puncher.
Yeah, I'm a counter
So
puncher too.
he basically diffused all my kingside ambitions with Bishop F5 right off the bat.
Yeah, it's like that's
And you
Ali
pick, yeah.
spirit. Yeah. Yeah. So here we're cleaning through. His pawn structure is really nice. You're just getting development done. Nothing.
And it looks like an even game, and you
Yeah.
played it 95, yeah.
So this
There
is
you
a send
go.
it. Now we're sending it.
They don't like it for some reason. It's
But
given
it's
to the
okay.
dubious. I wonder why.
I mean, I'm sure there's some nice play with maybe bringing in.
They didn't castle yet. Maybe Shri didn't castle yet. That's why.
Yeah, maybe it just like you'd just be more sound to have this castle by itself. But I'm just curious.
Hold on, let me ask a quick question. Oh, Shri, were you thinking of possibly castling queenside at some point?
No,
Is that
never
why
in
you
the
delayed?
Oh, this
Okay,
is
yeah.
best move. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the best
Okay.
move.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right.
Yeah, it's basically saying the queen side attack is ready for you. Like you've kind of
Right.
prepared it. Everything's already here. Like just
Right,
finish
and
it
that's
up.
exactly right. And as we could see, since we like to attack where we have a space advantage, most of our pieces on the queen side have an open C file, half open C file. So this is more of a queen side attack
But he
than a
wanted. But
king
this is
side
this
attack.
is actually a determinism. So he wanted to do a kingside attack at the beginning of the game, but then so he's still making it happen with F5, F4.
Trying to make it happen. Okay.
No, I'm
Okay.
not trying to make anything happen. I tell you what I was
Okay, what
thinking.
were you
I was
thinking?
thinking of surviving here because I did not want to lose to Manny Pacquiao.
Okay,
So
but you.
and, he reminded me of a player. His name is Willis Kim. I played him at LA Chess Club a million times, the same
Hmm.
opening, and he does this B6, C6, D5, Bishop F5, exact same scenario, and I have lost a million games to him. I was like,
So
Manny,
So
you're
this right
playing
psychologically,
like
here,
this.
I
it
call
was a
Oh,
this.
Manny.
psychological.
I have a
Yeah.
name for this. I call it
What's that?
a ghost lives in this opening for you. So like so
So Willis
basically
Kim
there's
is a very
ghosts.
strong
Yeah, too
player.
many losses in the
He's like
opening.
2200, and it's like, man, Manny is. I've heard Manny is strong. If he's this strong and he's playing like this 2200 player, then I'm in defense here. So
I see.
Okay. All right.
No,
It's not that wouldn't be my approach, but everybody has a different
yeah,
approach.
I try to play
I
punch
could
everyone the
understand
same.
that.
Yeah, I try to
Yeah.
equal punch. So
Yeah.
we get this
But all
in.
right. We haven't played Manny Pacquiao,
Yeah,
so
we'll see how we feel when we're there. How about that?
yeah, right,
So we're
exactly. Especially in
simplifying.
person in his house in the Philippines.
Did you look at anything other than night takes? Simplifying here.
I was scared of the knight.
It's a good
So
night.
what you will hear a lot from me is I'm a pretty scared guy, and whenever their pieces are on my half of the board, I get scared. And sometimes I try to not be scared, and that is even more dangerous for me. So it's better to be scared
All right.
than to not
Yeah,
be.
embrace your
Okay.
style.
All right.
Embrace your style.
Well, anyway, the computer didn't hate your move. The computer's okay
It
with
was
it.
fine. Yeah.
Still pretty even right here. Doesn't like that. Doesn't like F5.
It
Why
probably
doesn't it
it
like
would have
F5?
benefited maybe from like a night out first or F6 to shove this night. Just logic.
Maybe F6 is what it wants. What does it say about F6? Can we do that?
It'll either love it or hate it.
What does it think?
F6 is like the inaccurate.
So
I was right.
yeah,
I was right. I was right. This is the move. I was right. Okay.
okay.
Yeah, this
Anyway.
is there's a rule I learned in Grandmaster College, which is never play F6 and never play F3 in the opening. And like unless you're doing
I can understand that.
unless
Never is
you're
a big word.
yeah, but it's in the opening and it ignores like the F3 Kasparov system. So that's like the only exception where you're allowed to do that. But like everything else is like nah, like just don't do it. Play F4.
It's
don't bring
loosening.
F1.
It's
Yeah,
loosening of the king
loosens,
position.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it creates problems for knight and that knights can use and bishops can use against you. So like if you can solve this problem with a knight, then why break your pawns like this? That's kind of the idea. Anyway,
Makes sense. So he plays F5 instead, right?
then now we get the rook c1, which is
So
great.
hold on. So computers can criticize, but think from White's point of view.
Mhm.
His bishop is there. It's looking at the G2 square,
Mhm.
and anytime his rook or queen or like anything can come to the G file, and then I'll be looking at defending my, if the queen is there, I have to defend checkmate. If the rook is there,
But
there might be
that
some
increases
kind
the
of a
sales
windmill.
pitch. Yeah, I think that
So
increases the sales pitch of this knight move then, because this knight isn't doing anything, right?
no, so hold on.
Well,
So that bishop is, I'm scared of the bishop. And when he cements the bishop with the pawn, now I have to take that bishop. If I take with my knight, then, you know, or with my
I see.
bishop. So
So
if the light square
it
bishop
has
is,
way more to do with this structure than anything to do with the back rank. Yeah, I see what
well,
you're
there's
saying.
another
so
thing about
let's look
F5.
at,
Yeah, he wants
F5
to.
allows him to possibly do a rook lift with rook F6 and then rook over hitting the G file, except that you got a knight there preventing the rook from hitting the G file. Because you
so
were
he will,
saying if you can get a rook over in conjunction with the bishop eyeing G2, then you might have a king. He might have a king side attack. So
Yeah, and
he
it
might be
blunts.
thinking that when he
It
plays
blunts
that.
this
Yeah.
too. It makes this like kind of freeze. You can't because this is all locked around this. So
so
I mean,
now
yeah.
he is basically saying, you have to take my bishop.
Forget
What
about
happened?
that.
So,
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Forget that ever happened.
so
Forget about it. Don't worry about
Don't
it.
worry about that
Okay.
little guy.
Forget
Okay.
about it. All right.
So even though computers, Stockfish, Alpha Zero, Grandmasters, they all say F5 is bad.
I
I think
like
F5
F5.
is good.
Well, I like F5 in the. I like F5 as a move. I play it in a lot of openings. It's not a bad move. It's just
I used to call that the
F6.
Pillsbury
Yeah,
for some
F6.
reason.
I have more criticism around F6 and F3 because they're like half measures. I'd rather you play.
Well, now the knight is solidified in there. And when he takes it, you're going to get a protected pass pawn. So that's another problem
So the rook's
with
coming
that.
along. So we had this A3. What
This is
was
the
your
game.
idea
He
here?
played rook. He played rook F to C8.
Yes, he did.
Interesting.
Yeah, well, he's
Okay. And it
acknowledging.
likes it.
Yeah, it does because look at this pressure. He needs to solidify this more
And he wants to move the knight out, so he needs to
because
hold the pawn.
yeah, he needs to hold this pawn together, and then after
Yeah,
the
I have
this
attacking it twice, and if he moves the knight, he drops the pawn.
yeah,
So,
and then he had developed. So now he's freeing this up so that he can move his knight.
It
It's
makes
great.
perfect sense. Okay.
but look at white here. What can white attack? What can white do? So, not much.
I would kind
So,
of
Double
just
on the C file.
I would play
Go on
this.
and try to pressure the C file. If you could, you
I
could
would just
try for
start
rook
over.
C2 and then rook F C1.
I see what you're
rook
saying.
c2
you know-
drops the rook. Bishop
Well,
is
right now
attacking.
you can't. You have to get rid of that bishop first. I'm talking long range.
What about like rook C3, bishop D3, trying to dislodge this or something?
That's possible.
That's probably the queen
Well,
side
yeah,
play.
you-
I like
right,
queen D1.
right.
I like queen D1, queen E2, queen E1, and then like trying to get over here somehow.
Well,
Trying to
now
do-
you're still trying to go for a king side.
yeah.
It
I'm
looks like
basically switching the attack because I feel like this is.
So
well,
my
Srikanth
mini plan.
asks,
So my
no,
mini
the
plan in this
weakness.
situation was to exchange my bad bishop for his good bishop. So that's what I went for.
Okay, so
So
that's
it was a-
dark bishop. Yeah, that's a good plan. Improve your pieces, get rid of the bad pieces. Positional. Nice move. Even though it doesn't like it.
No, I
don't
like
know
it
why.
because there's probably some intermezzos that we're not seeing here.
That were missed.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, white looks like he's doing better here. Seems
Yeah,
like white's
White's
creeping
yeah,
up
getting,
so
there a
he
little
dropped the
bit.
pawn. So I think he captured it incorrectly, Manny.
Yeah, I think that here he had better options. I think that he had an option of C5, I believe. Yeah, C5 is really strong. So
Yeah, that-
he could have just bodied this square with all these pieces. I think that would have been the right play.
Right,
That's
and that
good.
weakens the knight on E5 if you take. So yeah.
But here, no. So right here, instead of queen takes, what if he did knight takes knight?
Yeah, that's nice. That's very nice.
So
Very
so
cool.
I think that's the
Now you're attacking this.
he was
Yeah, now it's just
Yeah.
neutral.
That would have been better. Right.
Yeah.
But he didn't do
So-
that. So
so that was
Back to the review.
he dropped a pawn that way. So
That makes sense. So quick review. So yeah, it makes sense. I see where the plan's coming from. Very practical threat, Srikanth. That was good.
at this point, you're now
Yeah, you're better.
technically winning.
Yeah. But okay.
Yeah, you're white is winning theoretically now. You're up a pawn, and he doesn't have much
I
in the way
think
of
the reason why it
compensation.
likes this is because then your rook has really easy play. But just being
Yeah.
nitpicky, I guess.
Ooh, he doesn't like that
It
move.
hates it, yeah. But why? Oh, because simplifies. I don't know. Then you don't
I
have
think
like
the
much
next-
winning chances. I think
That's why, but it doesn't like that move.
yeah, I think that
Let's
this
look.
yeah, the reason why he doesn't like it is because the simplification ends up on black side of the board, which ends up being
Oh, he lost another pawn. Oh, he's gonna get it back.
yeah,
Looks
I
like.
think
No, he's not gonna. Yeah. It doesn't. They don't like G. They don't like G4, Shri.
so
it's
how shall I
B4.
put it? I played weak here. There's no other way of saying it.
Yeah,
I
they just
played weak.
misstepped. Yeah.
Well, now it looks like that black is getting some compensation, a little bit of an attack, but he doesn't have many pieces left.
Yeah, this happens a lot there's a lot of players that so you said that you fear like letting your opponent's pieces get too strong. Is that what you're saying, Srikanth? Like as a stylistic thing for you?
Yeah, the bishop on e4 square
Becomes
now
tight
paired
and-
with queen on c2. Like
Yeah.
suddenly now I'm worried
Wow,
about checking
yeah.
on
I mean,
So
yeah, you
Well,
you
yeah,
have this fire hose.
you can
So.
get mated if you're not careful.
Yeah,
That's for
but yeah,
sure.
I
exactly.
can get Dave. Like
You don't
What's
want
that?
to
could
get
get
Dave
Dave.
right now. He can't
What's
get
up,
Dave
You
right
can
now.
get
Dave?
Daved, get Manny, you can get Pacquiao.
Yeah.
I think Pacquiao
That
doesn't need
I
to do
love.
Dave
Okay,
people. He can pack
I
people.
gotta say this is the most Manny Pacquiao move of the game because it doesn't love it, but it sets up this really nice clean play where you can get this nice little intermezzo in there, get the pawn
Nice.
back. And I just thought that, you know what, I
Doesn't
get,
like that. It
I
wanted
don't,
to. It
it
wanted
wanted
to
to do this,
take.
but whatever. I want to just talk about this, even though the computer isn't like all over it. Like I feel like computer can get, like Srikanth was saying, is like not the best measure of like someone's thinking. Like I love that he had the wherewithal to just like do this first. You know what I mean? Like that shows to me that he works on chess. He loves chess.
Right, but
That's
the
the kind of move
reason
that
it.
you do when you love chess. Those
Oh,
intermezzos
okay.
are like the measurement.
So let's see the next move.
Yeah, he takes here, and then we're starting to push
That's
pawns.
what. Yeah, he wanted to take with the. Go back for a second. Make one comment on that. Takes before he takes with the queen. Why he didn't like taking with the queen. So put the queen back. Go back one move.
Oh,
Before
because it
the
just
reason he wants
the pawn.
to get a protected pass pawn is
Yeah.
what it wants, and that could be very useful in an end game.
Yeah, I feel like
Queen
this
take does not help that.
It's this one
Yeah.
for sure. Final answer, because you want to have a pawn island, and that will connect all these pawns.
But then
Yeah,
that gives me two connected passed pawns, and he did not want me to have counterplay. You have to think about Manny's psychology. He is very good at sniffing attacking chances for opponent, and he just snubs them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
So yeah, he
he didn't
just
want me
What's
to have.
any of that. Yeah, this is nice. I like his. I like where you're placing your pieces. Looks like you have a grip again, so you can actually win this game with like really good play here. I think you need like a rook a1 or something like that here. Woof. Okay.
like that.
Let's see. Can I look at rook a1 real quick? Is this team okay with that? Oh, okay, that's not it. So okay, you needed to solidify this pawn while pressuring this.
But then the drop. Oh yeah, the rook is hanging. Okay, so
Yeah.
So
So
now
that
you're looking pretty good.
yeah, that would have been
And
the
you could
play.
probably play. You could play
This is a little
e6.
bit oversimplified because then you're weakening your back
uh,
rank. Yeah.
no,
And
I
it's
think
giving
I'm
back a pawn. Also,
But then he.
which pawn?
This is my favorite. The best move that everyone agrees is the best move. This is such a great find.
So
It's a
I
great find.
was um, I was under the impression that the game is just a dead draw here.
It
And by the
is.
way, we had been playing for 10 minutes. The clock was 3 minutes and 3 minutes, and we had both run out of time at this point. So I looked at this position and I thought it was a draw, no point
It's zeros, man, for sure.
uh,
It's flat.
in doing. And then the computer said zero. However, I showed it to a grandmaster, and he said, "You're winning, no questions."
Yeah, it's probably with the concept
I
that
like white here. I like white,
yeah,
but
you have this move which is super
that's where
strong,
I would go.
and
I
then
would
he
go to rook
takes,
e6.
and then
Yeah.
you can put your pawn up, and then this doesn't mean anything, and now you're able
No,
to
no,
get
no.
this.
If I, sorry, it's not rook f7 because after rook takes a4, he has rook takes d4, and my pawns are.
Oh, clack clack. So you had to
Ah,
play here.
So I have to do that, and then he'll take the pawn, and
Oh no. We have to see this. We have to. Oh, because this is much nicer. Because now your back rank's fixed. No back rank issues. Much cleaner.
this looks
uh,
like he's got. This looks like a draw now. At least the
no,
computer
I
thinks
don't like
so.
this. I don't like this because his king escapes the
Okay.
cage. Right now, the king is
In a
boxed.
cage. Okay.
So
So you
I like
like
rook
f3,
f4,
rook f4.
f4,
Okay. And then takes the
and
pawn.
then just play h5, h4,
Okay.
and then I advance my king, etc. So
So you're gonna go here. Try to just get everything. If you get that, that would be super cool.
yeah,
Okay.
he has no counterplay, and this is 4 versus 3. The rooks are on the board, so
Yeah, that makes
I have
sense. Nothing to fear.
nothing to
Mm,
fear. But I didn't see rook
protected
f4.
pass pawn. And protected pass pawn still looks pretty strong, but the computer doesn't think so. The computer's zeroing it out. So Computer's smarter than
What I
me.
would love to do is try to just
Yeah.
once against the computer. So see if I can beat the computer from here. I want to test whether.
That would take an
I don't think you're
hour.
gonna. I don't think you're gonna beat the computer from
I
here.
don't think so either. But I
I'm
think that,
sorry,
Okay.
Shree.
yeah.
You might
No,
be
with the
able to
help
beat
of
me from
Tony
there,
and
or
okay,
Manny Pacquiao, but
got
you're not
you.
beating the
With
computer from there.
all three of us
Getting
together, we could
starfish.
probably beat the computer from here. If all three of us
Okay,
were
No,
going to
but
do
so
it,
alas,
me and
to be
Brooklyn Dave.
there, it is 12:15. So I
that's
don't know if
true.
you want to try and beat the computer right now.
That'll
We're
take an
having
hour.
fun, and we could
Let's do
do
one
it. We could do a
variation.
follow up. What's that?
Let's do one variation. Let's do 10 moves from here.
Okay.
And very quickly we'll move. And Brooklyn Dave, you will help me defeat computer. And Johnny, you will represent Mr. Computer.
I am the
But I'm not
representative of the
saying I
computer.
can defeat the computer. You're
Well,
I'm
saying
asking
how
you to
could
just help me. Just show up for
I'll
your
help you.
friend,
Okay, show up
Dave.
for your friend, Dave.
All
That's a
right, I'll
good
try to
call
Dave
out.
the computer. I will try to Dave.
All
the
right, so you're playing
computer,
so we're
okay?
playing off F4, right?
Yes.
Okay, F4
All right, F4.
takes.
Okay. Okay, so
Okay.
he's threatening mate, so we have to do something. So
Probably
Yes.
yes.
okay, that looks right. Let's try
Okay.
H4. Okay, and it likes it. There's a check mark. Okay,
It's doable.
Luft, and it also prevents him from making a break on the G file. He's right away. Okay, so okay, let's get our king
King
into the
H2.
game.
I was inaccurate.
Actually,
Best move
looks
is
like I'm
this.
doing pretty good here.
Yeah, this is the best.
Likes that better.
Yeah.
You see how accurate you have to be in the end games?
Yeah.
So look at that move. That was why I wanted to play H4.
You didn't
And
play
then
H4.
what? I know we did play H4.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to play
Oh,
H4
I see.
because I envisioned that pawn duo there being hard to crack. But he made a mistake. What did you play, Johnny? Instead of H6?
Oh,
No,
I mean,
no, no.
no. I'm representing the computer, so I'm just presenting the computer's best moves. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
not playing it myself.
I would play king. King. I would try to get my king into the game. So I would go king. King H2.
Okay.
Okay. let me see.
Doesn't like it. It wants a push.
No, no, no. We don't.
Yeah,
Computer is
Yeah, your computer doesn't
no good.
understand this position here.
Okay.
Your best
We
chances
understand.
are
We
gonna
are
be
better
against
than the
it.
computer.
Yeah, your
So there's
theory is
that.
going to be much stronger than what the computer can offer. Yeah, because of this
Okay.
concept. So probably I want this move. Oh,
Oh, really?
Are you sure?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's play
Whose move
king.
is it? Is it our move?
Yep, your move.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, king H3. Do you think king
Johnny?
H3 is good?
King H3.
King H3.
Okay.
Sure.
It's a check mark.
Okay, let's see. It probably wants this. Oh, no, that you can't break.
Doubt it. I don't think it wants that.
Maybe
It
a
wants
waiting
is
move?
just go. I think it wants to wait.
Nope. It does
No.
like it. It does like it. Okay. So
Okay.
send it.
So we take.
Take
Yeah.
Are you sure you want to do? I want to do. Okay.
or push.
What do you want to do? Tell me what you
Okay.
want. You got to move your rook. You can't push the pawn. The rook's hanging.
Okay.
Either take or move the rook, and you need to take because he's going to kick
Okay.
your rook out of there, and he's going to win that d pawn.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Star move. Not argue with the Dave.
Okay.
Okay. Now what? We had to take because if he still had a pawn on H5, you'd be losing the d pawn right now
Yeah, because of this.
because your rook wouldn't have anywhere to go. So that's why I wanted to take.
You guys want to play rook g4? It's kind of forced, right?
That's the only way that we can keep that pawn. Yeah. Try it. Rook g4.
Wait. I don't want to keep the pawn. Let's see if
Go here,
if we can.
attacking this pawn.
No.
This is probably.
No.
just
I want to
stronger.
go rook F1.
Okay.
Why? You're
That-
losing the
It's the
d
best
pawn.
move. It's the best move.
All right.
No. I don't like any move though.
You don't like any move?
That's not how this works.
You got to like some move. You said you want to try to beat the computer.
I
You
want
can't
to.
beat the computer if you don't like any moves. You like something.
It's tough.
To hold the D pawn.
We're
we
entering,
go
let's see,
for
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're not quite table base, so you can still grind it out, but you're two
yeah,
pieces
rook
away from table
g4,
base.
rook g4.
Okay.
Yeah.
He'll play. What will he play?
Um,
He's gonna probably
he has
protect.
to play
Well,
king
maybe
up.
he's not. No, he doesn't, because he could.
Yeah, that's
If
best.
you take, then
It's
he.
fine. Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine.
All right. I'm wondering, could we win with a Zugzwang type? You're about to get your rook trapped over there. Is the problem? You can get your rook if you play G3.
It's gonna turn
I have
into
a hell of a
this.
hard time getting your.
Yeah,
That will be a draw.
Yeah, he'll just gonna
Yeah.
just freeze you.
It looks like a draw to me, Shri. I don't
It
see
does
how to
look
make
like
progress.
It
I don't
feels.
see any
it's
way to
some
make
weird kind
progress.
of yeah, it's some kind of a
I think that the what your friend was saying is that not playing a computer, playing a person, this is a practically very difficult endgame to play. Like I played a bunch of inaccurate moves that we're losing, and this is like where Magnus gets all of his, water from stones.
Or Capablanca.
Yeah, like so. I think that this is
great
like
endgame
against
players.
a person, you can win this game no problem, and you shouldn't draw or resign. But against a computer, you're punching into a brick wall in a position like this. This is going to be really, really hard.
Looks like a draw because how are you in order to get your rook into the game and out of where it is, you're gonna lose a pawn.
Maybe the
unless
king
he
would
really
have to
screws up.
migrate. Yeah, the king would have to do some weird migration, but I don't know how you'd be able to shield from drop down checks and stuff. So, I think
Well, if your king migrates, his king's gonna migrate. You
That's-
could wind up losing, actually.
oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because then he could even play this move. Yeah, that's nasty.
Now there are
That's
so many
right.
streamers and strong chess players out there. I really wish they would take this final position from my game with Manny and analyze it
Yeah.
properly like human beings and
Yeah.
not
This
not
position
robots.
here, it is not.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah,
A little
no, not
earlier,
one.
maybe.
Yeah,
Like a few moves back. Like, can I win?
Okay.
Yeah,
What's the
so
draw
we're,
legend?
so this is a draw. We agree this is fixed, right? We feel locked in.
This
Yeah.
one is
Yeah. Okay. So
this
let's,
attempt was a draw.
okay. So but let's start from the one that you were given, which is this. I'd say I
Yeah.
want you. The challenge for the viewer is put this into your machine and try to get the best win for black. I mean for white here that you can. Like and try to you have point 2. It's going to be really hard. You're not going to be able to follow the computer's ideas to the right answer because it's going to try to just draw it for both sides. So you're going to have to kind of take some risks and try some ideas. I want to see some answers in the chat of maybe some better lines in the video in the comment section. That'd be pretty cool.
Any comments at all on the game at any point in the game?
Here, I'm going to actually let
They
you
think
guys
that
do some
Srikanth might have
outros.
screwed up what they would have played.
Here,
Brooklyn Dave, I
I want
challenge
you two
you.
to finish this. Here,
Wait, what's
you
that?
two. It's just you two.
Are you leaving?
I'm already gone.
Okay. All
No,
right,
I want to
Johnny
challenge
ran away
you.
on us.
Yeah, it's okay. I want to challenge you one-on-one. We'll play, I don't know, 4 games. You'll be defending as black twice and attacking as white twice. And let's see if at the end of those 4 games, it will be even or I come out better or you come out better. Do you
That
accept
will
the
be the
challenge?
result. Well,
I will win.
I accept. Of course. Do I accept the challenge? Is that what you
Yeah.
just asked me?
Yeah.
I, Brooklyn Dave, accept that challenge. Yes, I accept that challenge. Excuse me. Back into my Brooklyn Dave spiel. Huh? All right. Yeah, I accept the challenge. Shri, how much are we playing for? No, I'm just kidding. We're friends.
No,
We're
no,
not
no.
playing for
Let's
anything.
put some bounty on it. Let's put some real money. The winner gets $100.
Now you're really putting me on the spot.
No, we're not
what
playing
time?
now.
Wait a minute. I know we're not playing now. What time control are we talking about?
How much ever you need. You need 1 game
5
a
minutes
day.
with 5-minute, 3-second increments.
Let's do that.
5-3.
5-3.
At 5-3, I'm pretty confident.
You're pretty confident.
I will play you for $100. And should we let the
Okay.
fans bet? No, I guess they can't bet. I guess that's illegal.
No. But they
Hey,
can
you can
support
do
the bounty.
bookies. They could
No, they
certainly
can
support.
bounty. They can buy us coffee. They can do something.
Absolutely. And let me say also, if you guys like the video, click the like. If you don't like the video, don't click the like. And I won't tell if you ring that bell. That is, if you want to ring the bell and get further notifications, because we do have some exciting stuff coming up in the future, including apparently we have a match between Shri and myself. He obviously wants to get himself daved. Do you have any final comments that you want to add to that, or you're good to go? I'll wrap.
I am excited about bringing prize fighting to chess and making it more exciting. I want real fan, spectator game brought to this. So this is going to be my first challenge to you. I
Okay.
hope, I wish you all the best. You will need it.
Okay. One last thing. When we're talking about prize fighters, I think, anybody wants to play, any prize fighters out there, I don't know who would want to play Manny Pacquiao. I'm sure we might be able to set something up because, I can't talk for Manny, of course, but I'm sure another like high level fighter, we could maybe set that up too. Wouldn't that be interesting? That is interesting to have like people like Manny Pacquiao play each other in chess, and we could talk shit in the background. Excuse my language. Anyway, so I really found that really fun, Shri, and we'll try and do some more of that. And we'll do a little deeper dive into how you came into chess, and we're going to also do an interview with Reti, my friend Johnny, who interviewed me. If you haven't seen that video, you should go back and look at it, and you should certainly go back and look at the game and hear Manny Pacquiao whistling The Godfather and Shri thinking it's an Indian Hollywood song. And for now, I think we're ready to say goodbye. So here's Brooklyn Dave saying bye bye, and we'll see you next time. Ring that bell. Ding ding.